that, I'm going to move to the other addition, the other subject that I think is very, very significant, and that is that we have a unanimous consent request that we want to make, and then I want to join with my friend from New Mexico, and you've got that. All right. I ask unanimous consent that the Senate now proceed to the consideration of calendar number 143, H.R. 2576.
The clerk will report.
Calendar number 143, H.R. 2576, an act to modernize the Toxic Substances Control Act and for other purposes.
I ask unanimous consent that the...
Is there objection? Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent that the Inhofe substitute amendment, which is that the desk be agreed to and that the bill be amended as and be read a third time.
Is there objection? Without objection. The clerk will read the title of the bill for the third time.
Calendar number 143, H.R. 2576, an act to modernize the Toxic Substances Control Act and for other purposes.
I know of no further debate on this measure.
If there's no further debate, the question is on the bill as amended. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. The bill as amended is passed.
And I ask unanimous consent that the motions to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Without objection.
Mr. President, we have had a very dear friend in Frank Lautenberg. He was a Democrat. I was a Republican. I chaired the committee that he served on, and we had a very close relationship. The bill began, this bill that we just now passed, with a meeting simply to gather stakeholders, and it happened in my office with Frank Lautenberg. Senators Vitter and Senator Udall, that we'll hear from in just a moment, and their staff have put together the first reform of TSCA in 40 years, which will create more regulatory certainty for American businesses and uniform protections for American families. We have a real opportunity to enact reform to a major environmental statute, the major one since the 1990s. It's the result of over 3 years of work and negotiation, and I want to thank those responsible for the spending countless hours to produce this product. Dimitri Karakisos began working with me while I was ranking member, stayed with the ranking member Vitter, and then worked with this bill and back with me as majority leader, as leader of the committee. He has shepherded this, the drafting and negotiation of this bill the entire time. He's the guy in charge. I want to thank Jonathan Black in Senator Udall's office, as well as Andrew Wallace, who took up the TSCA reform leadership following Senator Lautenberg. And thanks to Zach Begg in Senator Vitter's office, Colin Peppard with Senator Carper, Mial Friedhoff in Senator Markey's office, Adam Zipkin in Senator Booker's office, Adrian Devaney in Senator Merkley's office, and Emily Enderle with Senator Whitehouse. Now, thanks for all the staff. People don't realize how much work the staff does. When we passed the Transportation Reauthorization Bill, it was hundreds and hundreds of hours. This one, because of a technicality, has been held up for about a month and a half, and that has been worked out. And so I'm just real pleased that we're able to do it. And again, I think this as a tribute to Frank Lautenberg and his wife Bonnie, and Frank Lautenberg's. I would say to my friend from New Mexico, I think now that Frank Lautenberg's legacy has been fulfilled.